The man who keeps a way out never gets all the way in. If you have a plan B, you will serve it when plan A gets hard. If you keep a second door, you will never set fire to the first one. I am not here to encourage you. I am here to strip away your escape routes. The only way forward is to remove the option of going back. The most powerful men in history did not have more options. They made one decision and made it final. There is a quiet betrayal that happens inside you when you keep a backup. It looks harmless. It sounds wise. It feels safe. But safety is the slow death of greatness. A man who is willing to turn around will never burn the ships. And if you never burn the ships, you will fight with half your strength. You will push until it hurts, and then you will remember the other way. You will tell yourself, at least I tried. And that is how the dream dies. You think you failed because you were unlucky, but you failed because you had somewhere else to go. The mind is loyal to the path of least pain, and the path of least pain is always the one that lets you run. When you give your mind an open door, it will take it. You won't even notice when it happens. You'll just drift. You'll just slow down. You'll just reconsider. I have seen men with brilliant ideas die in mediocrity because they could not kill the other options. They say, I'm being practical. They say, I'm being realistic. But in truth, they are protecting themselves from the burn of total commitment. A man who cannot commit totally will never taste total victory. You cannot lead your life with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. If you want to reach the other shore, you must sink the boat you came in. The men you read about in history books did not ask, what if it doesn't work? They asked, what must I do to make it work? That question alone changes your life. Because when you have no way back, you no longer bargain with your goal. You no longer say, I'll try until it gets too hard. You say, it will work because it must. Your energy shifts. Your thinking sharpens, your actions multiply. Pressure turns from an enemy into a weapon. It makes you faster. It makes you creative. It makes you relentless. A man who has no retreat fights like a man who wants to live, and life rewards the fighter who leaves nothing behind. The quiet betrayal inside you is the voice that whispers, it's okay if this doesn't work, you can always go back. It is poison, and the only cure is to silence it with one choice. Make the choice that there is no choice. When you shut the door behind you, you shut the door on doubt. You stop wondering if you're capable and start proving that you are. Do you know why most men never reach their highest potential? It's not because they lack talent. It's not because they lack time. It's because they lack the courage to go all in. They want certainty before they leap. They want a guarantee before they work. But greatness does not come to the man who wants proof first. It comes to the man who burns the bridge and trusts his own fire. When you leave no other way, you will find a way. It will not be easy. It will not be comfortable, but you will discover what you were made of. That is the reward. The reward is not just the goal. It is the man you become when you have no other choice. When you have a backup plan, your dream is just a preference. When you remove the backup plan, your dream becomes a necessity. A necessity is what pulls greatness out of a man. Do you think Alexander had a plan B? Do you think Edison had a second door? They made their one door work, or they died trying. That is why they are remembered. The man with many options is a man with no urgency. The man with one option is a man with unstoppable focus. You do not need to be the smartest. You do not need to be the strongest. But you must Be the one who refuses to turn around. You must remove the soft pillow you've kept under your head. You must destroy the exit you've been keeping for a bad day, because that bad day will come. And if the door is there, you will walk through it. It is not a question of strength. It is a question of design. You must design your life so that going forward is the only direction you can move. Then you will find a power you did not know you had. You will surprise yourself. You will scare yourself. You will respect yourself. The man who fights for necessity is not the same as the man who fights for preference. Necessity hardens you. It makes you resourceful. It forces you to grow. If you can leave, you will never know that man. So I tell you now, burn the ships, not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Now, walk into the fire with nothing behind you. When your back is against the wall, your instincts awaken. You begin to see possibilities that were invisible when you felt safe. You stop looking for reasons it won't work and start looking for how it must work. You no longer keep your best effort for later. Later does not exist. This is it, this moment, this fight, and when you fight like that, the world takes notice. The world moves aside for the man who has decided that nothing will move him back. When you commit like this, you find that the mountain moves differently. It no longer feels like something in your way. It feels like something you were meant to climb. You will not stop. You cannot stop. The question is not, will I make it? The question is, how far will I go before I do? When you give yourself no way out, you find ways in that others cannot see. That is why the second door is dangerous. It keeps you comfortable. And comfort is the slowest poison known to man. It kills drive. It dulls courage. It steals vision. You think you are being smart. You think you are being careful, but you are slowly betraying yourself. The world rewards the man who puts his whole weight on one decision, not the man who dips his toe in both rivers. You cannot serve two masters, and you cannot serve your dream and your fear at the same time. One must die, kill the fear by killing the way out, and watch how quickly the man you are becomes the man you were meant to be. This is the price. This is the law. If you are not willing to pay, you will not collect. Every great life you admire was built on a point of no return. One choice, one road, no turning back. The man who understands this does not wait for the right time. He makes the time right. By removing all other times, you have been keeping a door open for too long. It is time to close it. Not gently, not politely. Slam it shut. Bolt it. Set it on fire if you must. Only then will you walk into your future with both feet, both hands, and your whole heart. The man who keeps a way out never gets all the way in, and if you never get all the way in, you will never find out what you could have been. So go all in. Stay all in, and never look back. When you have no exit, you become the exit. When there is no way out, you make a way through. That is how leaders are born. That is how history remembers names. Not for those who prepared to retreat, but for those who burned every bridge behind them. So burn it all, and walk forward until forward is all you know. Because the man who keeps a way out never gets all the way in.